All right. For the next bit, we're doing R off my chest. This is where people on the internet go to reveal their dark secrets that they can't share with people in their life. That's all. I didn't know how else to present this. Don't look at me like I'm a dying animal on the road, Corey. Welcome back to the show. My name's Nick.
And I'm Corey, and you're watching That's Debatable. Your name, insert here. Thanks for
Tell
watching.
us in the comments. We like
tell
seeing your
us in the
comments.
comments what your name is.
If you guys want to see the full UNCUT UNCENSORED version a week in advance
Early
of the
access.
podcast, early access, check it out on patreon.com/Nick and Corey, where you can also see our show and movie commentary.
Yeah, we do early access for that too on our Patreon. But if you want to watch that on late access or normal access for normies, you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nick and Corey. Link also down below. And if you guys want to watch these podcasts not seeing our beautiful faces, you can go to Apple and Spotify and Audible. Links for those also down below.
All the goodies. All right. First one. Off my chest. I let my best friend inside me. I feel so awkward writing this. About a week ago, my best friend and I'm female, best friend is male, decided to get together because we'd both had really bad days. We do this often. We'll get together and vent to each other. Then play. Okay.
Do play.
Then play a video game or watch TV. Neither of us has had a
good.
sexual relationship in quite some time, and he especially has been through a lot of heartache over the years.
Aw.
But this time I don't know exactly what happened. We were talking, then we were kissing, then our clothes started coming off.
What do you mean you don't know what happened?
Yeah, you know what happening, boy.
This isn't a movie. It's like, of course you knew what happened. You just don't want to say it.
I kind of rubbed against him and he said he wanted to be inside of me. You don't say! You took each other's clothes off and you wanted to be inside of him?
This is the kind
Or
of
you
people
wanted
like,
to be inside of her?
this is the thing that people say, like, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it cheated. First, we
just fell inside of me.
we were hanging out one time playing video games, and then we had sex. It's like, no. First, you were having sex. First, you were talking, then you were kissing, then you were rubbing, then you were taking clothes off, then you started having... It's a progression, okay?
It is a progression. This really reads like a Wattpad. I kind of rubbed against him and he said he wanted to be inside of me. I was surprised by how big he was and my curiosity got the better of me.
Okay, girl, we don't need to know.
So I laid down and he put it in. I won't lie, it felt really, really good.
Great.
In fact, that was all I could think about. Oh, why? You weren't thinking about your taxes while you're getting down? No it.
I usually think about the thing I'm doing at the moment, too. It happens to the best of us.
In fact, that was all I could think about. I remember him saying, "You feel so good." I think he said something about being in love with me. Then he pulled out and came in my...
Go, boy, slow down.
I love this progression. I think he said something about being in love with me. Then he pulled out and came in my chest. We laid together for a while, resting, and got dressed and watched TV. I felt really awkward about it because it was so fast. I didn't feel like we really did it. But at the same time, we definitely did. That's something.
That's the first time for most people. It's just, it happened really fast. Don't know how to make process of it.
Nut and go.
No one's really enjoying themselves that much, but like it happened.
Sounds like she had a good time. I don't want to hurt him. I told him it can't happen again, at least not right now. But the truth is, I love him too. I'm just not ready to have a physical relationship with him yet. I don't know what the that means.
It's people that put up these walls about being like, oh, I can't do it because it feels like
They
it shouldn't
fear
happen, but
commitment.
like I like it and I really want it, and like it'd be nice if it happened, but like I don't want it to. Yeah, they're afraid of it not working out, and they just like put up walls.
I worry because years ago he was married and I remember him saying something about his wife sexually rejecting him. Sag. Since then, things have pretty much gone back to normal, which is a relief since I don't know what I'd do without him, without our friendship. He's an amazing, kind, sweet, wonderful person, and I can't imagine my life without him.
Have you thought that maybe if you like each other as friends and then the sex is good, then that's what a relationship is?
That's what all of the comments are applying to. It's like, why are you denying this?
Maybe I'm not a smart man, but like I think a relationship literally is friend plus
that you have sex
attraction.
with. Yeah.
That's all that needs to
Pretty
be there.
much.
I don't think there's a
It's
secret
your
chemical
intimate
X that's there. Yeah.
Like you love him and he said, I love you and blew a load on your chest.
Sounds like a relationship to me.
Yeah. Sounds good. You're good to go. Well, congratulations getting this off of your chest.
Yeah. Like, what else do you need in a partner besides someone that you think is attractive and someone you like hanging out with?
A lot of people did say this felt like a writing prompt Wattpad type shit.
It's pretty benign.
It could be a fantasy.
I guess. It's like, yeah, a lot of people have friendships that...
Surprised by how big he was.
Okay.
And then
It's,
he came on. He said, "I love
that's
you."
how I feel about all that.
And then he pulled out and came on my chest.
We don't need to know. We literally didn't need to know that at all. You could have avoided saying anything about how big he was or his load. We don't need to know it, girl. We don't. Just keep these thoughts to yourself.
All right, here's the next one. My ex and I hooked up and I wrote him so well he thought he bad. I can't tell my friends. I, female
Happens
20.
to the best of us.
Now, I'd be proud, dude.
As the girl or as the guy?
As the girl.
I think the guy... I could see a
I'd be
world in which the
proud
guy
as-
would be proud and then he tells his buddies. I could see a world in which that
Bro,
happens.
she the of me. Literally.
I can see a guy saying that.
Yeah, true. I feel like regardless of who you're proud of, as the guy or girl, it's like you're proud of making your sexual partner feel so good.
Well, here's the thing. Reverse the genders, and I do not think that's something that they would want to share. I think a guy would be proud of it if he made his girl herself, but the girl would never want to tell
I
anybody.
think the guy was really proud of this probably.
I can see a world in which the girl is incredibly proud
Would
because
you be
it's not
proud
her.
if a girl made you shit yourself?
At first, I'd be like, oh no, but if she was like, damn, I'm good, and then made a joke about it,
You'd be like,
and then like maybe, I don't know, a few weeks later after I've let the kind of horror go away, it's one of those stories where everyone's like, like you're around your group of friends being like, hey, so like one time like we were having sex and like I stubbed my toe really bad and I was crying on the floor in the fetal position for an hour. It's like, oh yeah, I can one up that. One time I myself. It's like you could make it work.
You could. I, female 20, and my ex, male 20, broke up a couple months ago. Stayed friends and we hook up occasionally. So I can't tell my friends much that goes on in our friends with benefits type situation since we still run in the same circles. It's not something we hide, but just don't go into as often as it's unnecessary. But I cannot tell them this story because it would be embarrassing for both of us.
A secret love affair.
And my friends would make fun of me for life.
They make fun of you for having sex with your ex? Oh no, the horror.
Oh, imagine that. No one's ever done that before.
Oh, imagine an ex that you're also in the same friend group with and you also like each other.
And you guys
my
are
God.
both 20. Imagine making huge decisions when you're 20 when this is not a huge decision at all.
I was going to say, imagine making really small kind of decisions.
really mediocre decisions.
Imagine a decision that's pretty less involved than like what sandwich you want for lunch.
This is and then she made a crying sad face.
Aw.
He came over really late and we decided on me writing him. I don't know how did they play rock paper scissors like
the way
rock
that you
paper
say
scissors
that.
shoot. Oh, you won? Okay, you're going to ride me.
It's one of the things of like technically I guess you could say it that way, but no one ever thinks of it like that. It's like we decided that I'm going to ride him now. It's like yeah, but like no one talks about it.
You could discuss what position you're going to start with, but that's just such a weird way to word it.
I have never had a discussion about a sexual like position.
Really?
It's been like, hey, I want to do this. I'm like, all right. I wouldn't consider that a discussion.
It's a discussion. It's brief.
If someone's told me like, hey, I want you to do this, I'd be like, all right, sure. As long as it's not like pooping on her chest, like I'm down. It's not like, hey, so first.
So you draw the line at
first I
shitting on
want
her
doggy.
chest, but you're fine with her making you yourself?
I'm not fine with it, but I find it funny. But have you been in like a play-by-play? Like, all right, team huddle. All right, first we're gonna start with doggy. Then we're gonna go to grinding.
Kind of.
Then we're gonna have a DP situation
Oh, where's that coming from?
with my toy. Then finally we're gonna end it with reverse cowgirl. I may pop your penis, but we're gonna pretend like that doesn't happen. All right, and break.
Dude, that's one of my biggest fears in life. Reverse cowgirl, penis breaker. That's literally one of my biggest fears.
I think I've heard. This could be me just making. I've heard that is the most dangerous sexual position.
Absolutely, dude. Because the way it enters, it has a chance to like, if the ride is taken at a certain angle, it has a chance to get dislodged very slightly, and then hit like against the pelvic bone, and then be thrust and go snap city, which would make me want to die.
Yeah.
Back to the story. He came over really late and we decided on me riding him, and after I got off him, we both cleaned up with some wipes.
Again,
Good job.
don't need to tell us that. We know how sex
This
works.
is off my chest, Corey. I asked him to move
they
over.
wiped it off their chest too.
I asked him to move over so I could lay down. Move, bitch! I'm done with you. I want to rest. But as soon as he moved, I saw brown. And I asked him if he bed. He started freaking out and rolls over, and 2 tiny pebbles fall into the bed.
Aw.
And I'm howling with laughter, asking if he's just in my bed. And we legitimately thought I rode him so good that he the bed and didn't notice. Then I take a closer look. I wear glasses and didn't have them on. Ovs. At the pebbles, she used single quotations, which is incorrect. Stupid. And use a wipe to pick one up, trying to clean my sheets immediately, and notice something off. A terrible writer, by the way. They're almost too perfectly round, and there's something white in the middle.
It's like, what'd you eat?
That's when I take what my ex calls a brave whiff, and realize, once again, single quotations, idiot. And they realize they're just Maltesers. I think those are like
Maltesers, like
from our snacking earlier.
Whoppers.
Are they?
Like, you know,
Okay.
the
I
chocolate.
love Whoppers.
You can only
They do
really
look like
you'll only really get them at the movie theater. But
I
they're
like
like
Whoppers.
old candies. Yeah, it's just like chocolate malt balls.
Realize they're just Maltesers from our snacking earlier, where we must have dropped some and not realized. I'm now laughing even harder and smacking him because he did not the bed, but he was so in the moment that he rolled somehow perfectly over them enough to wedge 2 in his ass crack, and didn't notice the feeling until he'd rolled over to move and they dropped out, and we could see what we now knew to be chocolate all over his ass and my sheets.
I can understand exactly where he's coming from. You're not going to notice 2 little chocolate balls on soft sheets when you're getting pounded.
Yeah, if someone's fighting, dude. But the worst thing about chocolate is it does look like and it probably melted.
Well, yeah, her sheets definitely got chocolate.
Safe to say the mood was very much ruined
and his
after that
ass
because
crack.
I couldn't stop laughing at him.
His ass crack got chocolate in it.
What do you mean the mood was ruined? You both already finished. The deed was done. What mood was ruined?
I don't know. Some people like to go for round 2, but like I don't know.
Some people.
Some people. Some weirdos like to have sex more than once.
Imagine
right?
that.
No, I can already tell exactly what kind of girl this is. The kind of person who discusses a play-by-play, who laughs immediately, first thought of seeing someone shit in her bed.
I kind of find that to be funny though.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I know exactly what kind of person this is.
Oh, okay.
And it surprises me that she had the mood ruined.
Yeah. Right? This sounds like a mood resetter.
This is the kind of person who's like one of the bros kind of girl. Like she'll just like laugh at everything, like make jokes, be like, "You bed? No way. I really you." Haha. It's like I'm gonna tell my girls that later.
I appreciate that she was proud of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of girl who's like, I'm gonna tell everyone my conquests.
Yeah. It's like if you bang and the person becomes brain dead and you're like, yeah, I brains out of you, but they're a vegetable now for life and you have to take care of them. No? Okay.
No.
Maybe something to be less proud of.
Yes.
All right, this is a great one.
Oh boy.
My husband got his cousin pregnant while we were struggling with infertility problems.
What?
This happened in 2010, but I just found out a couple weeks ago. We finally had a child in 2012, so 2 years after that, but ended up getting an amicable divorce in 2018. So they had a divorce 6 years after they had a kid. We've remained on very good terms. I can barely look at him now.
I wonder
Those
why.
are interesting sentences to follow one another. I don't know who this person is or ever was. It honestly scares me that someone I knew so well is capable of something this heinous.
Okay, listen. He had sex with his cousin. He didn't for someone. He's a weirdo, but like heinous is
While they were together? That's heinous.
I think it's like the word is strong for what it is. It's like, yes, it's a bad thing. It's weird, very weird, but it's like, I never knew who he was. He a monster. Oh my God.
Well, it's because you don't expect that of someone that you love.
I think that's the kind of language that you tell on the news when it's like, I never thought my husband would be the kind of guy who would keep CP on his computer and then shoot up at school. It's like, yeah, no one expects that of anybody.
Bad, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty bad.
It's no one's gonna go on the news and be like, I never knew him. He's a monster cousin. It's like, all right, listen, like
a monster cousin.
he's not good guy, but like that's not a huge
So
leap.
I think they ended it on good terms and they were amicable, but she found out about this after their well after their relationship had ended. Let me see when this post was posted because it'll give me some good context. Yeah, it was posted 2 days ago. So she just found out in 2024 that this happened. They were having fertility problems 14 years before this and had a kid 12 years ago.
Okay.
So she just found out. She thought they were on good terms.
And when did he cousin?
Well, here's where we're getting to it. This is
You're fat fingering.
Yeah. Okay. Neither of them were ever planning to tell his cousin's husband, the child's father, or me, or our son, who grew up as an only child and who has always expressed how much he wanted a sibling. Well, you got one. These kids are 12 and 13 now, and of all people, his goddamn cousin? I know it was a long time ago, but it's brand new news to me. I'm so mad and hurt by so many aspects of this, which I'll spare you guys with. But his cousin, his goddamn cousin? This kid's grandmas are sister-in-laws, and his grandpas are brothers. So if you're keeping up, that makes 2 uncle grandpas and aunt grandmas. Like, are you actually kidding me? I love how angry she's getting about this.
Screaming at the top of her lungs, he's got 2 uncle grandpas.
Dude, she keeps going. Now my son has a what? A brother cousin? Thanks a lot for dragging my child into your freak show of a family.
To be fair, calling someone your brother cousin sounds funny.
It sounds funny as
hey, brother cousin.
aunt grandpas? I mean, aunt grandmas and uncle grandpas?
That's a show.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so angry. We were married and I trusted him. Our child was never the miracle for my husband that he was for me, and it just breaks me. I'm ashamed to be permanently associated with this family. We live in a small gossipy type of town, and I don't want to be that lady whose husband had a baby with his cousin while they were married. That was in quotes, by the way.
That's such a long thing. Oh my God. Did you hear about that woman? Yeah. What a idiot she is. Yeah. Her husband cousin, and then they had a baby. Also, this woman who's somehow tangentially related. What a weirdo. It's like no one's talking about her.
I think she's just really in her head and how uncomfortable this makes her, which is valid.
It is, but she doesn't want to be like anywhere near the drama. And it's like no one's talking about you, girl. No one's worried about you.
She's in her head. I'm just I hate everyone and everything and just everything right now. I feel that. Like the way she's describing this, like
It's too fresh.
I love that even though this happened forever ago, it would up. It would change your perception of reality.
Feeling betrayed and like learning something that happened that wasn't to your expectations definitely would. But it's like, take a breath. Understand that he's still a person for cheating on you. And the situation is weird. But you're divorced. It happened years ago. So like the gossip's not going to affect you in any way because you're not together.
Imagine you've been like co-parenting as divorced parents that ended things on amicable ways. And then you found out that he cheated on you, had a kid with his cousin.
Oh, no, it would change things for sure.
It kind of flips your life a little.
It would change things for sure. But I think your kid now is old enough to like be told this and like, hey, listen, I know you thought you're an only child. Guess what? You're not. Kind of, sort of. You have a cousin brother.
Well, it was kind of hard to pick up on this, but I'm going to read the sentence again. Neither of them were ever planning to tell his cousin's husband.
Yeah. He cheated on his... He cheated on his wife. His cousin cheated also on her husband.
But the child's father thought he was the father.
Oh, yeah. He's fucked.
That's dude.
If this is a fake story, it's going to be an update like 3 days later being like this writer gets with the cousin's husband.
Yeah, that would be some actual Wattpad nonsense.
And then the kids would be step cousin brothers.
Ew. I don't want to think about that anymore. Please no. Ew.
How many titles can you have on something?
Disgusting, dude.
Hey, step cousin brother.
Step cousin brother. Hey, aunt, grandma.
Wait, no, would it be...
Wait, how does aunt grandma work?
Aunt grandma? I don't think it is an aunt. Well, it'd be great aunt grandma. Wait, no. Yeah, no, because I think your grandma's sibling is your great aunt or uncle.
If you bang your cousin and you have a kid with them.
I don't know if you call it something different in Russian, but in like, I guess English, but...
America.
Yeah, America. Like your grandparents' siblings are your great aunt or your great uncle.
That makes sense.
So if your grandparents are siblings and then they split down the line where like you are cousins with somebody else and you find out that you're siblings with your cousin, then you as cousins would have uncle grandpas by step siblingness. Oh wait, no, it would be
what is this, home math?
It'd be home math. It's step uncle grandpa.
What are you doing, step uncle grandpa? That is a porn intro I do not want to see. Okay. Overheard a surgeon having sex with new graduated RN in call room.
Typical.
He's 50. I almost picked this one.
Hmm.
He's 50. He's married. His office full of his family's pictures on the wall. A lot of pictures of him and his wife all over the office.
It's always the people that are so family focused being like, I love my wife. I have a photo of her all over my room so I can stare at her when I'm cheating.
Oh, that's so bad, dude. That's worse than just cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And he has sex with a new grad RN, 20. I love that this sentence opens with yes.
Yes. He has
yes,
sex.
you heard this right.
Yes.
And he
news
has
is
sex
around.
with the new grad RN, 20. She's super cute since she hasn't been in a hospital long enough. Does being in the hospital for a while break
Whoever's
you?
writing this is like, yeah, we third years, we're a little bit up.
This is awful.
None of the doctors want to
I overheard them banging the bed while I was next door. Dude, is this person stupid? Next door?
It's next door.
I heard them banging the bed. Were they fixing it? Are you sure they were having sex? You didn't think?
Depending on how they are, like whatever they're in the hospital, you do like long ass shifts and you have beds in the hospital so that you can like sleep afterwards. Mm-hmm. And I guess the beds are like next to his office or something. Because if you're a doctor, you're not gonna have RN in the barracks. You're gonna do it in your office.
In the barracks?
Yeah,
There's a barracks in a hospital?
Well, it's like a bunk bed system. Like all the nurses,
is
I
that
guess.
Like the napping area?
I think so. I don't know how it is, but that's how I assume it is based on TV. But if you're a doctor, like a full-fledged doctor in a hospital, you're gonna have your own office, hopefully.
Yeah.
You do your private there. Like we saw in the
in the movie.
The last movie we watched.
Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day. Yeah, the doctor was a student.
Okay, so I heard them banging the bed while I was next door, which the surgeon knows I may or may not in the next room. She apostrophed next again. Idiot. This makes me think less of this person.
It's hard to read people who write like dog shit.
But he chose to do it anyway. His wife is also a surgeon at the same hospital.
Bum bum bum.
Just want to get it off my chest while waiting for in and out. Edit. I have no record of them having sex. I was trying my best to sleep. I got my burgers and ready for my post-OR day.
Man, this girl does not give a shit. She's like, yeah, I'm stressed.
No given. You think this is a girl?
I don't know.
Oh, it posted by Miss Hertz. I don't want context to the name.
No.
Edit. Turned out affairs are common here in the hospital. I got some more tea from MedSug. What's MedSug?
I don't know.
I don't know. Surgeons are gross. Edit. I won't tell my HR, but surely I might tell his wife. Let her know this is what I have heard, and she might putting the puzzles herself.
Put the puzzles pieces together.
I'll see
herself.
her at work soon.
Listen.
This person is either not speaking English and it's their second language, and I apologize for everything I'm gonna say, or they're stupid as shit.
Doctors aren't known for their literary skills.
Is the doctor writing this?
Doctor, nurse, something.
This is a patient.
Is it? No.
It's not?
No, she's another nurse or doctor or resident or something.
No, they were in the post-OR. I got my burgers and ready for my post-OR day. Weren't they operating?
Oh, really? Well, they could be working the post-OR. I assume this person was a student or resident or doctor of some sort.
Yeah, it sounds like she wasn't used to being in hospitals, though, so it sounds like she doesn't work there. I think
She could be new.
I think she was a patient.
Maybe. Whatever it is, it's
Awful.
that if Scrubs is anything to go by, that yes, it's a factory.
This is funny and but this person is stupid. That's just how I feel.
Doctors have sex with people a lot.
Doctors fuck.
Doctors, they're rich enough that they can
I
afford
did
it.
hear it's common at hospitals, though. Like, especially doctors cheating with nurses.
If you're doing surgeries for like 14 hours and you're at the hospital because you have to sleep it off, and then
Down horrendous.
You nurses or whatever, yeah, it's like the Todd from Scrubs.
The Todd. The Todd didn't get laid, though.
He wanted
Did he come
to.
out as gay at the
I
end?
don't. Maybe he did get laid then. I don't know.
I think he...
All I knew is that he just like slapped asses and did high fives, and
Yeah.
he tried to that moved.
He did.
He tried.
He did. He was... Scrubs. If you haven't seen Scrubs, go watch it. It's very good.
Probably need to
After you
rewatch
finish
it.
this podcast, though. Finally talked to this girl I've been eyeing for weeks. She turned out to be 16. No context yet, because that's just the title. Sus.
Sus.
I will say, though, age does not... like, if you don't know a person's age, you have no clue how old they actually look. Like, someone could be 28 and look 15, or someone could be 15 and look like they're 25.
I think it definitely depends on how old you are, where like you start putting people into buckets of like age windows.
Ranges?
Yeah.
No, but generally, like, I remember, even if like I look back at high school memories, there was people we went to school with, girls that looked like they were in their early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
And there was people that looked like they were so far from puberty that they couldn't even see it.
I think like let's say you have tiers of age ranges. Like let's say it's I don't know 12
Was
to
it D&D
16.
campaign?
I don't know. Let's say it's like 12 to 16 feels like they look the same. 16 to like 25 looks the same. 26 to 35 looks the same. Like those kind of ranges. If you're in like the next range up, sometimes the range below can like kind of all blend together. But if you're like 2 or 3 ranges up, like they look like toddlers. Like so us is basically 30-year-olds now. Looking at someone who's 20, they look like children. And looking at someone who's
depends,
16
dude.
looks like a prepubescent.
Okay, some 20-year-olds look like children, but there's 20-year-olds that look like they're easily mid 20s.
Depends on how much they're balding.
All right, I just need to vent this somewhere because I'm feeling all kinds of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a 20-year-old dude, pretty tall, athletic.
So this is what I was saying. 20-year-old. If you're
Weird
20,
flex, bro.
If you're 20,
Oh, he said I'm a 21-year-old.
if you're 20, 21, looking at someone who's 16 and being like, "Oh, I thought you were 19." That's close enough where I could see the mistake before.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
It's yeah.
And there's this girl I've been seeing around my gym. She's short, really pretty, and we've been making eye contact for a while now. Every
Okay,
time
they've been doing the flirting, not flirting thing.
the flirting, the opener.
Every time hey, I looked at you and like that means that I'm not going to say anything for 6 months.
Well, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that you somehow need to use the machine I'm on.
Yeah.
And please talk to me. I'm
I want to
lonely.
wait for an act of God to get us together.
Every time we'd lock eyes, there was this vibe. Like, you know, when you just feel like there's a spark there. Yeah, we get it, bro. We
get that you weren't going to talk to her for a while.
Anyway, I figured she was like 19 or 20. Definitely thought she was around my age.
Okay.
Today, I finally decided, screw it, I'm going to go up and talk to her. So I walk over, start chatting, and immediately notice her voice is really soft.
Like young soft. Like not mature, not confident kind of soft.
Almost like kid-like soft.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to leave. And suddenly I'm feeling weird about the whole thing, thinking, no way, she's got to be over 19, right? We're making small talk, and then I casually ask, by the way, how old are you? She looks right at me, smiles, and says, I'm 16. I legit froze.
Ejecto.
Didn't even say anything, just gave her a look of pure shock and walked off. I couldn't even manage to take care or anything, just completely blanked. Been feeling like a complete idiot since. Definitely learned my lesson on this one.
I don't think the guy's an idiot. I think
This is
he
not that
handled
bad.
he handled it a little bit poorly. Because here's the thing: as a normal person who's like not into kids, you think like the normal reaction would be like, "Oh, you're 16. All right, sorry, I thought you were older. This can't happen, but like have a nice day. Just walk away. Like sorry about that."
Yeah.
But like if you freeze and be like, and then just like turn around and run, like that's still weird.
I'd just be like, hey, hit me up in 2 years.
I'm
I'm kidding. That's groomer. That's groomer. No,
Ugh.
but actually, like, I personally don't think this guy should feel that bad.
No.
He was just, he saw another pretty girl who, he's young as 21 is super young.
Here's where I think he's coming from, and I can understand this. It's the implication. The Dennis implication. It's that if you are talking to someone who's 16, no matter your intent, no matter how or like accidental it is, if word got out without context, now you look like a weirdo.
You do, but he was not talking to her.
I know he wasn't, but if just out
He
of
said,
context,
hey, what's up? How old are you? You sound really young. She's like, I'm 16.
I think the fear is the fear is that this girl could, by not being malicious at all, just be like, hey, a guy I liked was chatting me up at the gym. He was 20, I'm 16, and like, what do I do about it? She like to ask her friends, and then their friends spread around being like, this 21-year-old's going after 16-year-olds.
That's sus.
It's like the fear of something being taken out of context, even though you did nothing wrong. So I can understand why he feels dumb.
Yeah, but I'm going back to the fact that you really can't tell how old somebody is based on like, how they look.
And I think this age range is a perfectly understandable mistake.
Exactly. This isn't a ridiculous age range where it's like creepy.
Yeah.
Now, if the guy was like 30
and he's going
and
for
he came up to
20-year-olds,
a girl who looked really young,
yeah,
much more sus.
This kind of goes back to our debate like weeks ago of can any age adult date an 18-year-old? It's like if you're 35 and you're in the gym and you're going for girls who are like 20, 21, it's like technically I guess you're okay, but it's like still like weird. And then if you make the mistake if you go for a 21-year-old girl, but like she's actually 16, just looks older, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's
You're in trouble.
Sussville. That's sus. That's where you need a notarized letter that's signed by witnesses, and you need to see their driver's license,
Yeah.
get a copy of it.
It's also like trying to explain
And if you
yourself
need
doesn't
all
look
that,
good.
yeah.
Imagine like an old dude, like a dad, like a divorced dad goes to a gym, starts hitting on girls who are like 21. Think like Leonardo DiCaprio, but like not rich and famous. And then he finds out the girl's 16. Even if he wasn't like a pedo, like he just finds out like, oh, and then like he gets approached by people at the
We're
gym.
moving to Florida.
He gets approached by people at the gym being like, are you talking to 16-year-olds? You're talking to minors? He's like, no. I was just hitting on 20-year-olds, okay? I know I'm 45, but I want that young, illegal ass. And they're like, that's not that much better, dude.
Young legal ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like trying to explain himself. Like, I'm not into kids. I'm into just
Young
recently legal adults. And it's like explaining that doesn't make it look that much better. It's like the people that subscribe to Bad Babies or Bad Babby, whatever the OnlyFans is. As soon as she turned 18.
Yeah. I mean, that's a category in porn that people seek out. Like fresh 18-year-olds.
I think she is the #1 OnlyFans creator.
Still?
I think so. And she did that the day she turned 18.
Props.
Props to her, but not props to everyone who paid for it. Unless you were also 18.
Listen, no hate on the girls that do OnlyFans.
Oh no, it's the guys.
I hate on the guys that pay for OnlyFans.
It's if you are
you're down bad.
If you're an older adult, because a lot of these guys are probably like 30 to 50.
Dude, some OnlyFans girls find out that their biggest supporters on OnlyFans are like their stepdads.
Yeah, gross. But if you're like an older dude and like you wait for someone to turn 18 to then buy their OnlyFans, like weird.
Yikes on bikes, dude.
Anyways, the situation, this guy wasn't that bad. I think he could have handled it better. He was like awkward, but like I understand.
Yeah, that was some good R off my chest. It's always fun to read people, internet strangers' stories of things they reveal as their dark secrets.
This is one of those things that like before the internet, like you wouldn't tell anybody this, and then you'd think about it like late at night, cringing to yourself until like a worse cringe happens in like a year from now.
God, you hate flashing back.
And
to
then
those
like 20
cringes.
years later, like you think about this and be like, I don't know why I was cringed out by this. It's not that bad. So many worse things have happened since then.
Yeah. But then you stop thinking about the small cringe things because the big cringe things.
They cannibalize the small things. Yeah.
They're the core memories of cringe.
It's like I don't really think about the time that I pooped myself when I was in like 3rd grade.
No.
I think more about the times where I said some like really horrific, stupid.
Yeah.
Put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh God, the memories of things you've said. Yeah, if you guys want to see the full version, please check it out on Patreon and make sure to like and subscribe because we really appreciate that.
Yes, and if you guys want to listen to this without our faces, you can go over to Apple Music, Spotify, or Audible. Links down below.
See you in the next one.
Thank you.